are talking to women who are speaking out about medical gaslighting. That is when women go into the doctor's office and believe that they are not being heard because of race, gender, weight, a number of reasons, but all of the lines point to being a woman. Dr. Marianne Dakak is with us. She's a doctor herself who says doctors gaslit her because of her weight. Aurora Lucas is still with us. She was medically gaslit because of her age. And our next guest, Kourtney McGowan, says she was dismissed by doctors from several different hospitals over the course of a week because of the color of her skin. She desperately sought answers while 12 weeks pregnant. And from her experience, Kourtney became a doula and is sharing her story in the book. It's called Help, I'm Black and Pregnant. The Black Woman's Guide for a Better Pregnancy and Birth Outcome. Tam Fam, please welcome Kourtney to the conversation. Thank you so much for this. We have a photo of you, Kourtney. It's when you were pregnant in 2020, 2 weeks before your first hospital visit. At 12 weeks, you were experiencing cramping and spotting. You went to the hospital to make sure everything was okay, which is what you're supposed to do. The details are really heartbreaking to read. It wasn't until you bled through your clothes that you received medical attention. What was happening at that hospital?
Well, yeah, it was during COVID. So I wasn't given a room. I was forced to wait in the waiting room. And usually, you know, pregnancy things, they take you right back. So 4 hours in the waiting room by myself. Once I was taken back, a big gush came out and there was like a trail of blood following me to my room. And so when I got in my room, the nurse just apologized because she's like, this is unacceptable. Look how empty our hospital is. You could have been back here way sooner, and I'm so sorry that you had to go through that and be embarrassed. So, yeah.
God bless, you are smiling, and I can't even imagine because I know you're trying to process this, right? Even now, you were transferred to another hospital. You were supposed to have an MRI and an ultrasound.
Yes.
What happened there?
I wasn't checked. They didn't do any vitals. The doctor didn't see me for hours. I actually got up from the bed and called down the hall to say, hey, I'm here. Is anybody gonna come see me?
You said the doctor tried to discharge you without even doing a proper test?
Yes. She just said I'd be more comfortable at home.
She said you'd be more comfortable at home? Did you say, why do you think I'm here?
Yeah, I did. I demanded at least an IV because I was feeling really dizzy. And I was losing a lot of blood. I asked her, could you do a pelvic exam or something to figure out what's going on? And she said, let me get back to you. She came back and gave me the IV, but never did a pelvic exam.
So you went home?
I did. She said she was gonna call me a cab, but I had a friend pick me up.
So you started having intense contractions to the point where you couldn't walk. You went back to the hospital again. But you say you did not have an advocate for yourself because you were in so much pain, right? You're in pain, and it's hard when people say, well, speak up or advocate. You were in too much pain.
Yeah.
When did someone finally listen?
When I guess, went off, and I told them. I mean, I had.
Well, everybody loves that answer. What did you say?
I demanded, because it had been the course, like five days, 4 different hospitals. So I hadn't eaten and I hadn't slept. So by this time, I'm delirious. I'm kind of crazy. So I did go off and I said, no, you're going to admit me and you're going to feed me. And I'm going to have a DNC tomorrow in the OR because they were trying to do it bedside. And so I said no. So, and I got what I wanted.
The numbers are staggering. I was at the Doula Expo. I've done things with Tanya Lewis-Lee, who did a beautiful and heartbreaking documentary on Black maternal health. It is not in your head. The statistics show it. Doctor, you are here, you know it. So when people say these things are in our heads, or, oh, you make it about race, or you make it about gender, the stats are the stats.
It is. I mean, it is. It is.
Kourtney, as I mentioned, you wrote the book, Help, I'm Black and Pregnant. Is this, just reading this title really hits in this space, but you are now doula?
Yes.
You are a doula now. Look at that little baby's feet in that picture. Why did you feel that this was the right next step for you?
There's just so much I feel like that we could do for ourselves as Black women when we don't have an advocate and even when we don't have a doula.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to put, you know, some pointers in a book form, or even like when I educate my clients on the importance of education, and knowing your options, knowing about how to read your own labs even, because that's so important, because we get missed, you know?
And I have to say this, we are not naming the hospitals involved in Kourtney's medical gaslight experience. We did reach out to them. One hospital responded, out of respect for patient privacy, we cannot discuss an individual's care. We have a deep and abiding commitment to delivering health care equitably and eliminating health disparities. Another hospital responded with a statement in part saying our commitment is to provide safe, compassionate, and high-quality care to all patients. You can read the rest of the statement on our website.